Hello, everybody. It is our night. It is Brony time, and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations. Yes, I'm back. Um, I've been kind of on a hiatus for a couple weeks, mostly because one week I just wanted to sit down and chill, and I didn't really feel up to it. The second week, I thought I had some on Sunday, which never happened, so maybe I could have gotten videos, but I wasn't going to. But yeah, today we're back. I'm changing it up a little different. So today, the 2 hours, I'm focusing on one series, one thing, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do another thing. I want to get you guys as much content as I can this week to make up for the 2 week hiatus, and I'm feeling up to it. I wouldn't be, pushing myself past what I usually do if I wasn't up to it. So yeah, we got in. I believe when we left off, we had just finished up case number 3, and now we started case 4, and we're learning about the Yatagarasu, and we're gonna see how I think our new thief Yatagarasu is going to come into it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right back into the story. What is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. It's Judgy! It's Udgy! Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a pep popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However, yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? It's an emergency, sir! Silence! There shall be no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from this courtroom at once. Please, wait! You have to listen to me! There's an emergency! Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant! The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor! What? What? Holy shit! I didn't think that was where it was gonna go, honestly. Stay back! No one's allowed on the crime scene, period. Who does this oddball think he is? This is becoming quite the hot spot. Isn't she Mr. Rowe's defense attorney? Hey, you! No running in the hallway, pal! And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So, how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested that you be here. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, a Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides aren't my only gig. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics. In order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not? Well, well. Looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. Man, the changing of music is a little jarring. That's my only criticism of this game so far. Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Kammer. Do not take me for some naive novice. Don't take me for some naive novice. So you're a student of Von Karma. I should have... Those clothes are a dead giveaway. So stop right there. These are the garments of one of who gallantly presents the facts. Thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling the truth, then we are about to go head-to-head in court. But of course, I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. But of course, I have heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not doing the laugh all the time. What's so funny? It's just the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back to the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine, don't worry about it. And you are? Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a district prosecutor. Prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe. And just recently I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. but it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, and then I kind of froze. You're a detective, and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim not to know what it's like to hear one at close range. Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Miss Yu! There is someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Kodopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. I don't... What? What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Is it Manny Cochin? I'll be right there. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu. Why are you here? Why are you here? I have no desire to see you again. Now. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Fine, let's go. Bad. Von Karma? It's been a long time. I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Adagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Badson? Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad, the man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG8 incident? So I was right. Just what is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday? I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. That Faraday? I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away, imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma, I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic, I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation.
Objection!
Papa, how can you place him in charge? Francisco, what are you doing here? I'm here for summer vacation, what else? Oh my god. Francisco Kama, so she is here on vacation from Germany. She's the daughter of Manfred von Kama and a student of his, who's also junior to me. You're the one who's junior to me, and don't you forget it! You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Ha! If you're able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never! She likes him. Wouldn't that be crazy? If she liked Miles? That would be crazy. Why does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover this case? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I'm 100% confident that I can do a better job than him. It's just like Francesca. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad. Yeah. These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene? Loose on the crime scene? Ha, this is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. Crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad. and I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth, Francesca, I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. Hold up, Van Karma. I still haven't agreed to this. Miles Edgeworth. It's been quite some time, Francesca. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Vakama name. Would it kill you to at least say hello? Long time no see. Very good. Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can't act all proud. You can act all proud. She hasn't changed a bit. Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the common name. For crying out loud, reduced to a babysitter? Looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him. He never fails. Now, I'd appreciate if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task. Duh, is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking. What are you talking about? I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Vakama name. A competition? The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name. Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come out from your foolishly foolish mouth. Fine. Whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accept my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Ha! Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am. Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. You kids over there, hold it! Kid? Ha, serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. How dare you call me kid as well? I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy. You're going to watch over these two. Yes, sir, Detective Bat, sir. Now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay? You better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Then you, prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great. Not even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me Prosecutor Boy one more time, it would be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive. Getting to see these two interact together for the first time is so interesting. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? Jesus Christ, can we investigate? What is it? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Would it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then, why does Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if? It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh, maybe you got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, but then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honor of the Lancôme name. Okay, Jesus. They say having the fucking plastic on the table, I guess. There's some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Maybe they were super quiet in this scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway either. Maybe the plastic bags got on the floor are throwing us off. Well, this window's open, The window is open and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air. The flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one could get through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. Let's take a look at the bodies! It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Red. At first glance, it seems that they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha! What was that outburst for? My detective's instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see? You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've suspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Why are the plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun? I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Although, I doubt I'll ever need to use one. Hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Knife. Looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. And he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Is Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this piece as evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with very different intention in mind? I should jot down some notes down about it. That black stain on his hand's weird. Sand is all black down here, you see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain. An ink stain? An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal? Mr. Bell's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Bell's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Labby. Labby. Yes, sir, we've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective. So don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. We like him the way that he is, Bad. Contrast to what I expected. Every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well, that's something stand out. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me. You should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. So Will was indeed shot. Shot in the chest. Takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week, and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it's discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired at point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Well must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Sure to know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding. Labby. Yes, sir! Verifying now, sir! Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then, he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Alright, let's go into our logic. But obviously the ink stain in the fountain pen. That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe, I can confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see. Good work. Ah, you know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just for one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Alright, well, we will continue to connect our logic, next time on Ace Attorney Investigations. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that, we weren't able to get through this investigation in one go. Once again, once you get into the final cases, it can take a while, because there's a lot of story to unpack, a lot of things that need to be connected together after the third case. So yeah, but next time we will continue our investigation. Until then, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Brony Time for more content, especially more Ace Attorney investigations. Also, please make sure to share this video far and wide so we can get as many eyes on it as possible. I will see you all next time.